I've never lost anyone before. This failure is new to me.
Nice.
Engaging hostile target. We've got company. Never fear, man. We'll emerge victorious.
Yes.
Clever way to bypass that law.
out and hunt. But for food or sport? Both. Gonna splatter your brain!
Any idea where they went?
Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail. Feast your ears and learn more about the historic Freedom Trail, and learn the history of Boston Common.
Tell me about the Freedom Trail.
Starting here at Boston Common, follow the red path as it winds its way through our great city's streets. Markers on the trail are placed at many famous historic sites. See Paul Revere's house, the old State House, Bunker Hill, and many more. Welcome, Patriot, to Boston Common, the start of the Freedom Trail.
I'm interested in the history of this place.
Let us go back hundreds of years. It is the year 1775. For 7 years, thousands of British soldiers have camped on this very soil in their orderly rows of tents, led by General Thomas Gage. They seek to quell the growing tide of revolution the night of April 17th.
The officers are assembled, General Gage.
4 days prior, I received word from the Earl of Dartmouth. We have our orders. Lieutenant Colonel Smith, gather 21 companies of our best men and carry them with the utmost expedition and secrecy to Concord. Once there, you will seize and destroy all artillery, ammunition, provisions, tents, small arms, and all military stores.
But what of the colonists, General?
Take care that the soldiers do not plunder the inhabitants or hurt private property. But we can and must defang them.
So, near midnight, Colonel Smith marched with 700 redcoats to face brave American patriots in the Battle of Lexington and Concord, and thus the Revolutionary War began. Continue on the trail to walk through more of our great city's history.
If you find any spare parts, you be sure to let me know.
Up yours.
I told you to go away.
What is this place?
This is Cabot House, like it says on the sign. And if you don't know what that is,
Let
you're
me
in the
in.
wrong place.
Edward Deegan asked me
You
to
should
come
leave
here.
before you get yourself in trouble. Good. Come on in. Come on. Let's go meet the boss.
What is this place?
Better to let Jack answer that. Come on. Jack, the new gal is here.
One moment. I just have to...
You'll be right with her.
Oh, damn. Clearly, I'll need to adjust the mixture. Hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
What is this place?
This is my ancestral home. The Cabots have always lived here, since long before the Great War. If you're asking what we're still doing here, with Boston in its current sad state, well, that's a story for another time, perhaps.
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it tiresome, but I always like to know personally everyone who works for me. Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh? Please, have a seat. Now, before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Is this really the time
Don't
for...
interrupt, Edward. The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe? I don't think we were done.
Are you talking about aliens? UFOs and little green men?
No, that's all popular hysteria. I doubt any of it has any basis in fact. I'm talking about the hidden history of our planet, the very origins of human civilization. Ancient powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
That's really interesting.
I'm glad to hear you say that. It's become my life's work. My approach is to combine a rigorous scientific method while keeping an absolutely open mind. So much has been closed off to us simply because people assumed they already knew the answers. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which he dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of any known human civilization. The structures and artifacts were strange, disturbing even. Clearly not constructed for or by humans. I've spent my life trying to decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell her what I need her to do?
I'm sorry, Edward. I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending her to look for the missing shipment.
Yeah.
Well then, I'd better leave you to it. We'll talk more about this some other time, when things are less rushed. It isn't important now. Welcome to the family.
Okay. You're officially hired. Congratulations.
What was all that about?
Don't worry about it for now. That's part of the job, by the way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy. The job I got for you is simple. Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down.
For starters, what's this package I'm looking for?
It's a metal case holding vials of serum. You don't need to worry about what it is. Jack needs it for his research. That's all you need to know. You should start at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using. We think the courier got ambushed as he was leaving the place. The guards heard gunfire in the distance, but we don't know exactly what happened. Check in with Maria at Parsons. She's in charge of the security force there. She can point you in the right direction. You all set then?
Yep. I'll see you soon with the package.
Good luck. Don't get killed on your first job.
You have additional fusion cores to spare.
Whole world blown to hell.
Well, that was before the war, when he was a young man.
Come on. The war was 200 years ago.
You know your history. Most people don't grasp how long ago the war really was. It is an unusual situation, but... well, it's a private family matter. That's no concern of yours. Was there anything else?
Quite a place you've got here. Amazing that it survived the war.
Thank you. I try not to take it for granted. We were definitely more fortunate than most. It hasn't been easy keeping it up to pre-war standards, but we do what we can. Any more questions?
I was intrigued by your theory about an ancient alien civilization.
Actually, it was my father's theory. Now proven beyond doubt, although only to me, unfortunately. And there aren't many archaeology journals publishing these days.
You said your father found a lost city?
Yes, he spent years looking, and was widely ridiculed by the so-called experts. I'm ashamed to say even I doubted him. But in the end, he found it. A lost city, buried in the sands of the Rub al-Khali, the empty quarter of Arabia. Millennia older than the earliest human civilizations, but with technology that seems to have surpassed our own. And yet, everything about it is strange, disturbing geometries, tools not made for human hands, carvings that hint at dimensions beyond our own.
What was your father's theory?
He believed that all of the earliest human civilizations shared some common parent that was unknown to history. Think of Atlantis. The myth of an advanced civilization destroyed by a cataclysm is shared by many widely separated ancient cultures. Eventually, he found what he was looking for. A lost city, buried beneath the sands of the empty quarter of the Arabian desert.
You have proof?
Enough to satisfy me. He only made a single expedition to the Lost City, but he brought back enough to show beyond a doubt that the city he found wasn't made by or for human beings.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
All right.
What's going on at that old insane asylum?
I carry out some of my research there. That's all you need to know.
The more I know, the better I'll be at my job.
I'm sorry, but it really is private family business. Are we done?
I've got to get going.
All right. What?
What's going on at that old insane asylum?
I carry out some of my research there. That's all you need to know.
The more I know, the better I'll be at my job.
I'm sorry, but it really is private family. Was there anything else?
What's going on at that old insane asylum?
I carry out some of my
You must think I'm an idiot.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Any more questions?
I've got to get going.
All right.
Scanning. Scanning. Accessing pre-war records. Record found. Driver's license. S91328862. Lawyer. Ahoy there, citizen. You are hereby conscripted into the Congressional Army.
You're doing what? You don't have the authority to do that.
We are in desperate times, madam. Proclamation 22 allows all crew members to conscript citizens for the war effort. The captain requests your presence on the bridge. At the double quick, madam. Scanning.
That was museum quality piece. My olfactory sensors just spiked. You may want to hold your breath.
This is the captain speaking. We're taking on an allied soldier. Clear the berth. Disable defenses. Make way.
Defending the Constitution. Warning. Overdue for maintenance. All is well.
Midshipmen, stand down. Stand down, I say. This soldier is a guest on our vessel. Please afford him all appropriate courtesies.
Unidentified. Intruder. Intruder.
Mr. First Mate, this is the captain. This soldier is no intruder.
Requesting permission to use lethal force.
This must be a misunderstanding. You invited me aboard.
No records found.
Stand down! That's an order! And for God's sake, use the accent!
I, Captain, standing down.
Hey, robot.
Permission to destroy. Intruder denied.
'Tis an honor to crew such a storied vessel.
First mate.
Permission to destroy. Intruder denied. Standing down.
Should the need arise, these reinforced structures would make excellent cover.
Warning. Overdue for maintenance.
I'll have none of your lip, Mr. Navigator. Have the crow's nest scan 2 points off the port bow. Jump to it.
Aye, Captain.
Our soldier has arrived. I trust the first mate didn't give you too hard a time. Been too long since we've seen the Congressional Army.
First mate? Congressional Army? Why are you talking like that?
This is the pride of our Navy, the USS Constitution. As her commander, it is my privilege to enforce a certain measure of decorum amongst my crew.
Why are you even here? On this ship, it's ancient.
This vessel has more than once been the seat of our great nation's naval power. Is it not fitting she don this mantle again?
And you're in charge here? What?
As ordained by the chain of command, the links of which start with our most august admirals and plummet to the lowliest of sentry bots. After all our brothers in arms perished, I reluctantly assumed command.
Are you crazy? Do you even know what year it is?
Do not mistake my genteel manner for derangement, madam. I am fully aware that it is the year of our Lord 2287.
Your lookout told me to come up here. Why?
I confess, we need your assistance. You visit this fine vessel in trying times. It calmed these long years on her airy perch. Damn you, Weatherby Savings and Loan! I spit at you.
A sad state of affairs for such a historic ship.
On that, we are in agreement. What vexes me most is my inability to assist in the war effort. My gun decks have naught but Morats and ne'er-do-wells as targets. Enough pleasantries. The Constitution has systems that need repairs to carry out its mission.
What war effort?
Against Communist China, of course. But if any Redcoats or Canadians sail nearby, I will give them a good thrashing, to be sure. To avenge the burning of our nation's capital would be a sweet victory indeed. Consult with the bosun and Mr. Navigator. They will relay your instructions. Dismissed. Look lively, lads. Scavengers approach. Soldier, man the cannons. Kill them only as a last resort. A few warning shots usually suffice to scare them.
Intruder,
The cannons are ready.
identify
Fire
yourself.
at will. Keep firing, soldier.
Defending
presence does this humble unit a great honor. My programming would find it amiss if I did not also interject. Long live the captain!
You certainly have pep.
Much obliged for the compliment. But on to the mission of the day. A last marine expedition valiantly returned with much-needed supplies, including replacement power cables, madam. Alas, with my severe lack of appendages, I find myself unequal to the task of repairing the cables myself.
I'll get right on it.
My anxiety emulators are lightning by the microsecond. Once you have resolved this matter, I beseech you to return to me to accept my undying gratitude.
Engaging multiple hostiles. Standing down. Permission to destroy. Intruder. This is a lawful use of deadly. All is well. Defending the Constitution. Do not be alarmed. Law and order will be restored shortly. Warning, you're overdue for maintenance requested. Patrolling. Put down your weapons and warning, overdue for maintenance. Continued resistance is unlawful. Patrolling.
Bosun.
Courses through the Constitution's veins. Again! Her systems, long starved, flicker to life. A hearty congratulations. Huzzah! However, this has brought to light further failures in our power grid. The power relay, to my shame, I previously complained about, is fluctuating wildly.
Why are you ashamed of that?
Bad for morale, madam. But there were dark times when I made all manner of baseless complaints against the captain, the manner in which this ship is run, and the plausibility of our sacred mission. But now, I see the error of my ways, and with your help, perhaps I can atone. Power relay coils are a common enough part. Might I recommend checking the local shopkeepers? Surely, they would be of some assistance. Fair winds and following seas.
Hey, Bosun.
'Tis an honor to crew such a storied vessel. Please clear the area until order has been restored. Patrolling.
Bosun.
Power flows far and steady. I would applaud you, but alas, I cannot, due to my lack of clapping instruments. But huzzah, madam, huzzah!
Alarms. Law and order will be restored.
So, no more problems with the power.
Area 1. It flows like a veritable torrent through our cables. If I may say so, the surgeon would be proud. I require no further assistance. But our Mr. Navigator is also beset by troubles. Scuttle buddies, our guidance system is on her last legs. If you've not already, speak to him. Fare thee well.
Hey.
Yes,
Put down your weapons and
Hey.
submit.
I'd be happy to help if I can.
Hey.
How may I be of service? This location appears quite secure.
I will defend this vessel until my last breath.
Nice try. I have some spare components if you need them. Target's in range.
Eliminated. Hostile. Target. Not attempt, please. Justice will be administered. Barely.
Time for you to perish.
Progress. Please stand clear of the
Violence
combat
protocols
area.
engaged.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force.
Sweet.
Multiple hostile targets detected. Requesting backup.
Time to end this. Never fear, ma'am. We'll emerge
Alarm.
victorious.
Law and order will be restored shortly.
Time to end this.
Please clear the area until
They may be using stealth.
continue resistance is unlawful. Do not
I'll cover